So here's a pair of Salomon ACS Pros in the Aegean Blue and Pewter colorway. This trainer, I like the look of it. It's a bit different to the XT4 and XT6. And I bought the Buttercup pair as well, the Lapis Blue Buttercup pair. And that was also nice as well. So because I got these both on sale for kind of the sort of £85 mark, they're kind of nice trainers to wear for like hiking and going when you're sort of on holiday and doing a lot of walking and different terrains. It's a good one to sort of have, in my opinion. I also had previously sort of ACGs as well, and I find these just kind of more of a compromise really. I don't like shoes where you kind of wear them for walking a lot, and if you're kind of out and about all day, the last thing you want to do is have like this huge sort of heavy leather type shoe, and you know, for hiking to be wearing you down. And I understand sometimes you need those if you're sort of in places where it sort of requires it, and they do have a good sort of steel toe cap or what have you, depending on the shoe. But for majority of the time, I'm not really doing that kind of any kind of sort of those kind of crazy activities. So for me, this is probably the best sort of compromise. And they also work great sort of in the wet because of the traction as well. So the traction is very good. So I think all in all, it's a cool sneaker, and I just like the busyness of it as well. It's just a really cool design, and I like the colorways that they produce. They're just different and they kind of match up in a weird way. So here's the details for the Salomon ACS Pro in Aegean Blue. It comes in a Pewter, Monument and Aegean Blue colorway, and it has a EVA midsole, and they have what Salomon call the carim structure, which is the mesh around the medial and lateral side of the sneaker, and it's primarily made of synthetic materials. And it also has a quick lace system, so that is the lacing system that Salomon use, and it kind of allows you to sort of tighten up the lace very, very quickly. The outsole is a contagrip outsole, and it's mainly the tech is for more along the lines of durability, and the price was £175. So in terms of the comfort and sizing, they have a medium to firm sole, and they're slightly on the chunky side. So when I say medium to firm sole, there's a bit of give, and if I'm honest, it fits more like an MX Plus, and so for that reason it's nice on foot. So it does give you that kind of lift off as well, so it's very sort of supportive. And I think they have like good support around the arch as well, because it kind of mimics almost a runner and less a hiking shoe. It kind of gives, in my opinion, the best of both worlds. And again, because of the upper being sort of predominantly mesh, and then you've got the carim structure, there's not really any sort of wearing time really. I kind of felt it was flexible enough to kind of move around. And also you can go true to size on these. I think Salomon fit pretty much like a Nike, so you should be okay on that. They also have great traction as well, and the stability on this is also really good. They aren't as thick as the outsole that you get on a XT6 or an XT4, but still very similar, so it just depends on what you're looking for really. So the look and style, I like this particular one because it is a neutral colour, so there's a lot of greys, and the yellow isn't too sort of obtrusive, so, and they've got kind of the beige hit sort of running through it, so the yellow is kind of more muted, almost sort of beigey kind of colour. And then the kind of hits of blue is kind of almost that sort of turquoisey colour. So, and the rest of the sneaker is kind of made up of grey. And you can kind of wear these all seasons, but because I mentioned around the carim structure having the mesh, then you can have kind of more breathability on this particular trainer. So if, in that respect, you can probably wear these more sort of spring summertime, in my opinion. And because of the fact that the way this sneaker is made, it's a sort of busy, sort of futuristic looking sneaker, I'd sort of mainly wear these casual if you're not going to be using them for sort of hiking. And the lacing system is just awesome. So I think the way they look, and it kind of sort of looks futuristic, but I'm kind of one of those people that would like to get rid of laces altogether. So in terms of the final thoughts, I like the fact that they got a lacing system which is unique and very much sort of Salomon. I know they kind of do this on sort of hiking shoes, but it's nice to have them on the trainer and just makes things easier. And these are sort of great for trail and hiking, so they work very well, but I think the breathability may cause issues if you're in sort of very cold weather. But I could still sort of say, you know, it's good for all seasons because it's just that kind of trainer really, so you can kind of wear these pretty much any time and they'll be sort of good to go because they're very supportive and you can kind of walk in them all day. And I think Salomon do a good job in terms of their quality as well, so I didn't really notice any kind of issues with my pair, and it just feels really nice. And they're lightweight as well, so again, hiking shoes are predominantly normally sort of heavy and bulky, but with this one it's very sort of lightweight, so it just depends on the kind of thing that you're looking for. And because of the outsole being sort of big and thick, it's very stable as well. So in terms of the cons, I think the cost, so they're priced at around sort of the £165, £170 mark, which I think is too high. I think for a sort of hiking shoe that you're probably going to end up beating up quite a lot as well. If you're using it for that purpose, then it's quite a lot of money, so I think they need to sort of lower that. And basically the style for this one is not for everyone, so if you don't like this one, there's also the XT4 and the XT6. Granted, they have slightly sort of thicker outsoles, but you're not going to go wrong with any of the sort of Salomon pairs if you're kind of looking for that type of trainer, hiking type shoe. So in terms of the ratings, I'd give the look and style a 4 out of 5. It's a really cool looking sneaker, not as good as an XT4 or an XT6. And the comfort, I give that a 4. It's not like premium comfort, but it's just good enough and you can kind of wear these all day. And the quality, I just think Salomon do a good job. I know it's like using synthetic materials, but the way it's been constructed and built, I think it's really good. And the pricing, I give it a 4. I think they can do a bit better with the price. But overall, this one, I give it a 4 out of 5. I like the sneaker a lot, and not as nice as an XT6 in my opinion. But everyone's got kind of different choice of what they kind of like or what they don't like. But like I said, this is a good sort of summer sort of trail hiking shoe, and to sort of wear casually.